And welcome. It is Friday night, time for that party time podcast that you know and you love as our reviews will kill you. We are here and we are the precious podcast that brings you all the most precious moments. Baby Yoda has returned as my guest host. He is here, he is live, and he's feeling it. Came back from his mission successful as he took out as many noob cucks as he could find. I'm the man you may know as Z, and I am joined. You may see our layouts are a little different. You may see some new things, but the one thing that's not new, it's Noob.
I'm the only cuck here.
Oh, you are the cuckiest of cucks.
I love cucks.
You love cuck?
I have a friend that has an entire backyard filled with cucks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, he collects cucks, and they lay eggs, and sometimes he gives them to me, and they're very colorful. There's a brown one. There's
cups.
A yellow. Yeah, cuck eggs. Kegs.
Kegs.
Kegels.
Yeah.
I do Kegel exercises.
And we are also joined by the one, the only Scott Gabler.
That's right. Here we are again, Friday night. The chat is up and running. It's already got all kinds of people in there going nuts on it. We are live on YouTube, and surprise, we actually are live on Facebook as well. Everywhere. We are live all over the world. But as you see, we do have the chat is up and running, and it is on fire already. Thank you all for joining us.
Everybody loves Noob, especially Sam Jr. Hey, Sammy. How you doing, kiddo? If you want to send nudes, we can maybe feature them on the show. Censored, of course. Uncensored. Maybe just a little nip will show. I'm not sure. It depends on the nipple circumference. There's a lot of factors that go into my decisions here. But, just send them over to scottwillkillyou.com. And we'll get them worked out for you.
Yeah, and make sure that they get to where you're looking to get them going. That is Noob's inbox, of course. But before, of course, we get into things, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of house cleaning here.
Oh, look at you.
Wow, there's a vacuum.
There's
wow.
a vacuum.
Wow.
That's
what $600 gets you.
A vacuum on the screen.
That's right. As you see, we do have a new look. We've upgraded our software a little bit. You're going to see some new things. Some things are going to change over time. And, of course, hopefully things will get screwed up in the meantime as well, and you can laugh about that. We are on Facebook Live now. That is new progress. We are live on Facebook right now as we speak.
Can we talk to people who are on Facebook?
I guess I don't know exactly how that works yet.
It just works.
I just know that I clicked some buttons and we're now over on Facebook Live. How that works, I don't know yet. So learning process. I learn, you learn, we all learn at the same time. Also, real fast, just a couple things for us to watch because we will be talking about them in the near future. If you have Amazon Prime, The Boys Season 2 has returned. It is now
tonight, right?
Yeah,
today.
Tonight was the release.
It's already released today. 3 episodes have been released on Amazon Prime. They're going to be doing a Friday release for the next 8 episodes. I think it's 10 long. I don't remember exactly what that is, but yeah, definitely check that out. They came right back in strong. It's as good as it has always been, and we will be talking about that in the near future.
So you're saying it only released 3 episodes, and then we gotta wait for more,
No, it's all of it.
Nope, it's 3 episodes. They're following the same pattern that Hulu, Netflix has started doing it with certain shows. They're doing a weekly release, so. Well, either they want you to keep coming back or they want to make sure that you can't just go ahead, get a free trial, and do it that way. So,
well, that sucks.
Yes. And what about, do we say who was in the chat and just saying hello to some people out there?
Go right ahead then.
We do have our friends out there. We've got some Guha family. We've got Docs out there, Ron Cole, the Stone Cold Killer. I see Sam Jr., who Noob is very well acquainted with.
Yes.
And Freak Sword, also in the chat.
This chat is lit, yo.
Oh, there's
it is.
Tom Burchnella guy, too. I don't know who that is.
Fuck you,
no
Tom.
one knows who that is. Wow. Again,
oh, Scott knows him.
This poor man.
F that
Maybe
guy.
it's Scott's sexual deviant brother that lives in his basement.
It could be because he gives him that, a cell phone once a week just so he can live stream the show. What else do we have that you were vacuuming up there, Scott, in your house cleaning?
Sorry, what? Oh, yeah. So Noob had something to get off his chest.
What is it that we're getting on my chest?
Didn't you have some sort of a giveaway or something coming up?
Yes, I'm giving away my anal virginity. It's packaged in a blue bow, $29.99 on eBay currently. The buy it now price is $25, surprisingly. I don't know who did that. But also, Man of Tomorrow, Superman, the latest animated DC movie, I'm going to be doing a giveaway that I will post on Monday. So that will start on Labor Day. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to be doing a special Tenet review for our YouTube channel. So take a look at that. And I just did my New Mutants one that's out now that you could watch. And I'll be adding to that list.
So we do have a couple people in the chat. Doc's out there. Bridget's out there. Doc is multitasking. He's gone over to Facebook to comment over there as well. Thank you for that, Doc. He said, "Fuck Noob. He's a trash panda."
Who said who's a trash panda?
That was Doc, and he went over to Facebook Live just to say that about
just
you.
For that special message.
Doc, I will find you on Facebook, stalk your entire search history, and then show up in LA and rape your entire family. Yeah,
so much
aggressive.
Bad blood there.
That's kind of nuts there. So I think that's for the most part what I got, and if that's what you guys got, I guess.
No, you forgot. I do have. I have an interview. Shut up! Stop! Just go die in the corner. God, useless. I have an interview with one of our friends, Sensibly Cynical Podcast. Be sure to check him out. He's on YouTube. He's also on Podbean and Spotify. And he'll let us know when that interview gets released. I just did it the other night. And we will be sending out all the info. He got to speak with the great and powerful Z. So that's an interesting interview there. We talked mostly about Ozark. And then we covered a lot of topics. Jalapenos, talked about some GTA Online, some old school video games. Good conversation. Be sure to check it out.
Yeah, and then we are going to have a special guest interview for our YouTube chat room series in the Aussie bartender, who we were going to have last week, but our scheduling issues in the Down Under threw that out of whack. So we are now doing it Monday, Labor Day at 9 p.m. So he's going to come on, review our drink, the Dirty Ape Martini.
Damn Dirty Ape
Martini. And then I am going to review one of his drinks, a recipe he's giving me that I'm going to make. So we're going to review each other.
Oh, except you're not a real bartender. So
I'm pretty good.
Do a better job.
You just don't like good drinks. You only like cheap.
I'm just struggling with these.
You just like cheap hooker drinks.
I have the best drinks.
I make the best drinks.
You have garbage trash panda drinks.
Baby
just
Yoda
like Doc said.
Baby Yoda loves my drinks.
And unfortunately, that didn't work out as we could not figure out Australian time.
No, we just it was upside down and we couldn't figure it out.
So that's it.
I think
that's all the house cleaning.
Yeah.
So what are we doing this week? Noob?
Yes. So apparently Paulie's robot is a thing in Rocky from like 30 years ago.
You don't even know what that is?
Not a clue.
Wow. You clearly
Netflix announced a new way to tease you into purchasing their streaming service. Lily is a porn star. Also, she's an AT&T girl. No, there's a porn star named after the AT&T girl. She's cute. So Batman and Riddler have new ways to drive you home. That was clever. I just did that on the fly. Wow. Some guy in a jetpack goes a little crazy at LAX. Rockstar Games is a thing, apparently, and they don't like cheaters, much like my mother. And Rogan switches and gets censored after his new deal.
Or does he?
I don't know. Does he? We're going to find out. David Blaine, I think he's a magician, sucks up some balloons and gets really high.
We probably could have put that in the review section, even though we didn't watch it.
That's a review? Okay, sure.
It's not, because I didn't watch it. I don't think anybody watched. No, that's not right. I think 10 million people watched it.
And then if you looked at our title card, we do mention Tenet. Well, I'm not going to review it until next week, but we are going to talk about, is it too loud? Because that's one of the major complaints going around. That's the general consensus, so we're going to get into that. Before we do some reviews of the New Mutants, Wizards, Tales of Arcadia, The Great Pretender, Lucifer, and Chucky from 4 years ago. Why?
No, from 2019.
I reviewed this already. Why are we doing that again?
Because I have a very brief review to make fun of your review.
Sure.
I went back and checked out your review, and I was like, why did you have this review again?
It was a good review because I did it.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
I don't know. Should we?
Yeah, let's do the news.
That's a different news thing than I was expecting.
That is.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Oh,
There's going to be all sorts of surprises.
All sorts of surprises tonight, especially if I can finish this entire show without one glitch. That will be the biggest surprise.
That would be fantastic.
A bigger surprise. I guess Sam Jr. missed the episode where Noob came out as trisexual. So
I am trisexual.
If he's interested, he'll try anything, and he'll try it with you. If
Yes.
that's what you like.
I've already tried it with Z, and he gets very aggressive.
Aggressively angry.
Yes, he doesn't like to be touched. So should we move to robots that are okay with being touched? Because Paulie is a robot from Rocky
No,
4.
it's not.
He's
Paulie is Rocky's son from Rocky 4.
But Paulie's robot from Rocky 4.
Paulie's robot.
Uh-huh. So why is this a thing?
Because it's one of the things.
What is this? That's not a thing. That's real? That's not real.
Make fun of, like Rocky 4 is it's like a perfect movie.
Is it?
Except there's this crazy weird robot part where like I don't know what Stallone was thinking or whoever, I don't know who directed it. But there's this crazy robot that just randomly shows up in it, and there's like a random like crazy 80s robot part to the show. So I have no idea, but apparently Stallone wants to go back and he's going to get rid of it. It's the 35th anniversary of Rocky 4.
And so far it looks great.
I will break you.
No,
Well,
I thought...
I don't know exactly if this is true. I did hear something along the tunes of when this thing was filming, Rocky's brother or something was autistic or had some other disability going on, and this robot was actually one of these things they had back then to help with this disability.
No, that's not true.
So that's
There's
not
no
true.
way that's true.
So that's not true. Because that's the story I heard was that he brought it into, because it was helping his brother out or something. So he wanted to include it in the movie.
Did you actually watch the movie? Have you ever seen the movie?
I did not. And why is that screen up? That's not the one I wanted.
Oh, boy.
So the movie just has this random bit where like it's like all 80s music and it's like a robot just going around. It's just kind of ridiculous. So I'm going to cut it. Look, it's a giant robot right there.
It is.
Sylvester Stallone.
That looks like silver black manta, the silverest black manta.
The silverest black manta?
It is.
Yeah.
It's
black manta.
It's a fancy black manta.
It's silver manta.
It's
not
silver black manta.
He's really supposed to be talking about Black Manta, the black manta.
The blackest black manta. Yes. Oh, yeah. Did you know Rocky 4 was the most financially successful installment? That's weird.
It's one of the greatest. It's amazing. You've never seen it?
I mean, a long time ago. Not that I remember much.
This is when Ivan Drago, who is played by, remind me who it is again. Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Who's not Russian. I don't think so.
No.
He fights Rocky. And he doesn't have the Mexican supplements. He has those straight out of Ruski supplements where he's just jacked. He's like a foot taller.
He's
than
got
Rocky.
the Russian dick juice.
He's got that Russian dick juice.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. Is that the first movie he was in? Like I thought Rocky 3. Who's Rocky? What's Rocky 3? That's Mr. T. No, yes. That is Mr. T.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first one is Apollo Creed. Second, where is the rematch with Apollo Creed,
where he kills him.
The third one is Clubber Lang.
Mr. T. Okay.
Clubber Lang.
That makes sense.
Yes, we're spoiling a 35-year-old movie.
Yep.
Sorry, folks.
That's on TV like 30 times a year. Yeah.
Every 4th of July.
Is it really?
No, I have no idea.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why not? It celebrates. It's Rocky beating the Russians. What do you mean?
That's true.
What is wrong with you?
And then the greatest speech of all time at the end of that, when Rocky single-handedly solved the Cold War and ended it with a speech.
Why, you have the speech? You can't reference the speech and then not give it.
I know that before we came in, I didn't like
What?
you
That is
none
the
much.
worst Rocky impression I've ever heard.
Are you a
And I
constipated
didn't,
John F. Kennedy?
happened to you?
and you didn't like me much none either.
Don't stop talking.
You gotta slur it more.
I
What is wrong with
like you, and you like me, and
Now you just
we're
sound like
all
Scott.
a happy family.
Oh, you're the worst.
Okay.
That's-
Let's.
that
let's
was all. Adrian, the USA beat
Nope, that's-
Russians. Yeah. That's
that's-
more like.
That's making fun of the
kinda
extra
sounds like
chromosome people.
No. That's not sound.
Yeah, it is.
So what's next?
Netflix is trying to lure in viewers with some free movies.
Scott's
So
just putting up all the wrong screens all the time. I don't know.
Scott is a shitty producer.
That is called a cover screen, so I can hide what's really going on while I'm changing things around. It's called behind the scenes magic.
I think a blank screen.
So there.
Unboxing just joined. Hello, my friends. So Netflix makes some movies and shows free worldwide to non-subscribers. I guess that's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Does it tell us what they're?
Yes.
Here we go. So there's some original movies and shows, including Stranger Things, Murder Mystery, Elite, Bird Box, When They See Us, The Two Popes, Our Planet, and Grace and Frankie, to nearly 200 nations and territory.
200 nations.
Yeah, that's impressive.
They're
Only
just-
first episodes of the show are available.
Oh.
So, like I said, they try to lure you in.
It's a tease. There's
And
some
I
tea in you.
and I think they put like some of their like not great shit movies and stuff on there too. Like the free Netflix is not a deal at all.
It's just to try to lure you in with some of their marquee shows. And there's a 30-second ad that rolls before you play the title, but you can skip it.
Well, who cares? It's 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean,
And you get the first episode to see if you want to tickle that pickle a little bit, right?
sure. Oh, this is actually not the first time they've made their shit free. So the second quarter this year, they previously made To All the Boys I've Loved Before. What the fuck? That's a weird title.
That doesn't seem like it would go over that well across the world.
Yeah, it also made Bard of Blood. I've never heard of any of these things. It's a show produced in India, free to its users. The Patriot Act with Hassan. What is this? Does Netflix have a whole bunch of like dumb shit that I don't know about? It probably does.
Well, here we got like you said early on, we got Stranger Things, Murder Mystery, the Adam Sandler movie, Elite. Nobody knows what that is. Boss Baby Back in Business, Bird Box. You can watch that. When They See Us. Love is Blind, the Two Popes, of course, everyone loves that one. Our Planet,
love Pope.
Grace and Frankie, also about two popes, weirdly enough. So there's just a couple of the movies and shows that you can watch on the free version of Netflix.
Yeah, those were all things that Noob already read there, Scott.
Well, I don't listen to Noob, so there.
Thank you for being a
Thank
shitty
you.
producer and repeating everything I said.
Yeah,
You've done great so far.
In fact, the chat, in the chat, there's friends making friends out there. Maybe people can start dating in chat too. We
Yes.
would like that. I like friends making friends.
So I am a trisexual, as we've mentioned. So unboxing
They said you're
Sam.
a
I'll be the tricycle in this unboxing Sam Jr. sandwich. I don't care. You
So
can
you're gonna
ride
go
me.
Meet up with them.
Just meet on. You can each be one pedal and just ride me all night long. That's fine. That's
Can
fine.
you live stream? Can we live stream? No, I don't want to live stream. No, it's a live
We would
stream.
lose a lot of viewers.
we'll immediately get removed completely from every streaming platform we're on.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say it had to be part of this show. They can start their own show.
What I'll have to do is order a cease and desist to my harassers, much like the actress, the AT&T girl, Lily, whose real name is Milana Weintraub, which is a funny name.
Why?
I don't know. It just sounds weird. So Milana Weintraub, who
That's
plays...
the best picture you could find of her.
Well,
Scott?
actually, this is the picture that started the whole thing.
Is it though?
her
I guess
massive
it is.
boobs.
It was this when this picture came up. This is when we started getting our comments that really offended her. You can see how angry she is. Very, very offended there. But
That's not her.
that was her from another appearance that she did at some point. I'm not sure which, but you can see how
She
angry
looked a
she
little
is.
tub there. She looked a little
Oh,
tub.
we are so rude.
You are
What
so mean, dude. That's
She went
perfect.
a little hard on the Twinkies.
That is, she is
No.
perfect. I don't know what is wrong with you.
That's
but,
good.
But she's as Instagram and as dirty old fat men in their mommy's basement sweating into their chair and eating Doritos that have fallen onto their fat stomachs, usually post on Instagram. Let's see. Man, I want to suck on those big, juicy blanks. So AT&T then had to start responding back to these people. We don't condone sexual harassment of employees in the workplace on our social channels.
Well, I guess I have to say two things about this. First of all, leave this poor girl alone. She didn't do anything. It's not like she's out there. She's in an AT&T commercial, and just because she's well endowed, like I don't think the
well endowed.
She's
so she has a penis, according to Z.
I don't understand. Why is she like? Why do they have to go to her place?
I don't know.
Why are they talking to AT&T about her? Like, just leave the girl alone. She didn't do anything. It's not like she did something to condone this. Well, and now every second you see milk coming out. Like there's milk on every single post.
No one's asking for comments like, "Bro, I can't stop coming on a poster of the Lily's big, juicy as fuck milkers. Please send help ASAP." No one asked for that. That's disgusting.
Well, I asked for it a little bit, just like slightly.
You guys are just scumbags.
I mean, look, y'all going on about Lily, but the second girl got them milkers. It's
What? That's not appropriate.
This other douchebag says big mommy milkers. It's all inappropriate. I mean,
it's really funny though.
No, it's not funny. There's nothing funny about I need those big fat milkers in my mouth. There's nothing funny about that.
It's kind of funny.
It's an inappropriate comment. And it's not just that. The problem is people have also been making memes of her. There's her with her nipples. Actually, that's her nipple shirt.
Oh,
that's not real.
That's not
actually,
her.
No, that's her wearing a shirt made out of nipples. That's from her Instagram. That's her actually having some fun. But this is the problem is people have started doing memes and started putting this stuff together and photoshopping stuff. And it's inappropriate, and it's starting to affect the poor girl. You can see all she is just trying to look pretty, and people are just constantly doing horrible things, making dirty memes about her. It's inappropriate. I don't think that...
Why are you posting all of this?
I don't think it should be allowed.
She's ready.
I mean, they're just going after. There's old pictures from her when she was at the beach from so many years ago.
Definitely her.
And this is what people are going after, stuff like this. And just let the poor girl... You know, they don't need to have shit like this. This is inappropriate.
That's back problems, honestly.
I mean, the girl's just trying to have fun. You don't need to go after her for posting beautiful pictures like this. It's just dirty old men who really just, you know...
Like yourself.
Like Scott.
And I don't have that issue here. She is a beautiful girl just trying to have fun.
Waiting for the calcium.
And you know what? Where's it?
That's terrifying.
So yeah, it's all these images are just.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah,
I would be terrified too. In fact, I think Noob feels a little.
Oh boy,
a little uncomfortable.
I'm very comfortable. And to answer unboxing, asked a question a little earlier ago. Did we see the new Mulan movie yet? No, because fuck paying $30 for that shit.
Yeah, we'll review that in December when it's free.
Exactly, because it doesn't even have what's the dragon's name. Mushu doesn't have Mushu.
There's no Mushu.
There's no Mushu. Why would anyone watch that shit?
I am Mushu.
And also, fun fact: she's in the really depressing show This Is Us. Mm-hmm. So that's fun. And also, there is a porn star, Lily Adams. And if you want to know a little more about her, she took her name because they said she looked like that Lily girl. Oh. Much less sized bosoms.
So you have been on social media for this girl, and you have been talking about milking her like a cow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like a bull, actually.
What'd you say that was? Lily Adams? I'm going to go ahead and write that down.
Lily Adams, yeah. It's
Doc
pretty easy to remember.
Mulan is free on December 4th. So thank you, Doc.
Oh, boy. Okay, so let's move on. And Waze is adding 2 new voices to its service, and they are Batman voices.
Do they ask about milk?
They don't ask. Well, I guess if you want to go to the milk store, they will tell you how to get there.
How do I get those big
So Waze is adding Batman and the Riddler's voices to its service to celebrate the arrival of Batman Day on September 15th. So you can either choose one of the 2 voices. I don't know who's voicing these voices. Does it tell us?
Kevin Conroy voices Batman.
That's dope because he's every animated Batman ever almost.
And I don't recall who is voicing the Riddler, but...
Jim Carrey.
I don't think it is. I can't.
Oh,
I
Wally Wingert will be voicing
Yeah.
Edward Nygma. The legendary voice of Batman is Kevin Conroy. Yep.
Yeah, I had it before. I can't find. I had a Riddler example somewhere. I can't find that, but I do still have the Batman example. Let me go ahead and play this here.
In 0.3 of a mile, turn right.
Oh, that's Robert Pattinson.
First off, after that Batman trailer, how could you ever say that he has no
You have
testicles?
reached your
He still looks
destination.
kind of tiny.
That man would beat out your soul.
No, he looks a little as Bruce Wayne. He looks a little wafy with his foppish hair.
But he beat the shit out of that thug where the one dude was
Maybe that
literally
thug-
pissing himself.
Maybe that thug was throwing the match there.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
You have reached your destination. Also, there is an oil leak under your car. I saw it as I was walking underneath it. Because
Doc
I'm tiny.
does
Because I'm real
Doc
short.
does bring up a good point. Z should audition for Batgirl.
No, we had this. It was Batwoman I was looking for, not Batgirl.
Well, you didn't get Batwoman, so you need to go for Batgirl and play with Joss Whedon, and he'll touch you.
What about Can I Be Robin, the female Robin?
Yeah. Oh, from the Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns? There was female Robin in that.
Looks like Unboxing's gonna go watch some Bill and Ted
Oh my god.
2 or Bill and Ted 3, right? And a bunch more movies.
Yeah. All right. Well, Unboxing, you enjoy those movies, and I will talk to you later, my friend.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the FBI is investigating a pilot's report of a guy in a jetpack flying 3,000 feet in air near planes near LAX. So
That sounds pretty interesting and exciting.
sounds fake.
What do you mean fake? Pilots reported it.
Jetpacks aren't real. I don't think they're real.
Really?
That
Looks
seems a little real, though.
pretty real to me.
Could be fake news. That could be green screen, but blue.
That's not actually.
So the FBI will
There was a
be
guy who flew across the English Channel with with a jetpack.
flew across the entire channel.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot. Now, do you need like gas or is it electric? Does Tesla make jetpacks?
I don't know.
They should.
Maybe.
They make shorts.
You don't think that's a crazy story that they saw a dude in a jetpack?
Yeah, that's a mysterious person in jetpack flying in the path of incoming. I mean, he was flying in the he could have been sucked up into an engine. That
What
would
if
have
it's
been
the
cool.
Rocketeer?
I don't know who that is.
You've never seen the movie The Rocketeer?
I've not.
Wow.
Who's in
Oh my
it?
God, you're just useless.
Is it Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah, he's the star.
I would watch it if Shia LaBeouf was in it.
2 different pilots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, second pilot saw it. Look at Doc. He is all just. Do you have a job, my friend? Do you just like Google stuff? Is that all you do?
Different times.
Wow.
Was it a UFO or was it a man?
It was probably both. Based on research, jetpacks can fly that high, but it's pretty uncommon. There's an assumption that people with the technical and financial ability to fly at this extreme height and near an airport would also understand the regulations.
It was Batman.
Okay. One theory suggests that the incident could be an internet or social media stunt. For what though? What's the stunt for? I
Don't be advertising how to buy a jetpack.
Okay, is it a branded jetpack? I don't know. No, that doesn't make any sense. The FAA said that they turned the report over to LAPD for investigation. They're trying to locate the person. So, yeah. They didn't find him, seems like.
Was it Doc? Because Doc says he's a billionaire and Sam Jr. says he's moneybags. So clearly, we have a suspect.
If we have information, we can call the LA. Should we call the LAPD live on air?
Maybe they can call us live on air.
Maybe.
Because they're looking for a tricycle.
A tricycle sexual.
Yes.
Yes. Who is being ridden by many men.
Well, keep your ear to the ground. If we hear more news about our jetpacked man, we'll keep you apprised of the situation.
Sure.
Breaking news.
Very breaking.
We were. I was trying to track down the audio for that from the pilots and air traffic controller going back and forth, but the ads were playing too long, so we're not going to get to that.
Doc wants to know what my address is. It's 123. Come get some, bitch. Like that's what it is. Just fly on over right into my vagina. And so one game that Doc sucks at, GTA, is really the players are really angry with Rockstar because of the post-cheating character wipe. So players are angry that they cheated and then they got wiped for cheating. So I don't really know if they have a right to be angry about that, but So it looks like the cheaters have been dealt with in GTA Online after a recent ban wave from Rockstar, but this has been met with some very choice words from players. Players found to be manipulating and abusing property trade in games. So I guess that's how they were doing it. I don't play GTA, so I don't really know.
Yeah, there was a trade-in where you could trade in properties and make like millions and millions of dollars online, which they charge real life money through their shark cards. So I forget what the translation is, like $25 for $100,000 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. But, you know, so you're basically gaming the system when you do that.
Okay. Well, Rockstar, as a part of ongoing efforts to maintain a healthy game environment for all players, anyone found to be abusing exploits and cheats to illegitimately gain money is basically getting wiped of all their shit. And yeah, that's it.
And they're all pissed off because these were things that they put in the game, newer in the game, and left in the game because they were lazy and didn't feel like actually taking them out. So these guys are like, why am I getting wiped and why am I getting removed and booted and everything else when this is all stuff that you should have fixed first and you didn't? Which I can agree with them. I say, if anything, just go ahead and, stop, fix the glitch, clean out whatever money they got with it, and just let them keep playing. It's not that big a deal. You don't have to boot them.
Well, they reset all their characters back to 0 or like 1.
Yeah, that's rough. That's a little extreme. I can understand why these guys are so angry.
Yeah, well, I could only imagine that people would not want to play the game anymore, which isn't that defeat the purpose?
I don't understand how this game is still, it's a good game, but it's still being played, 7 or 8 years after it's released, and it's still getting released on the PS5. It's kind of nuts.
This is the 20th release of GTA 5. So it's impressive that you can release the same game that many times over 10 years.
Yeah, we also had Indra join the chat saying testing. What are you testing? Your citizenship? I'm not sure what that is. So anyway, let's move on to
someone made you a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah.
I thought Bridget was responsible for all of your sandwiches, but
yeah, I still haven't gotten the tuna, Bridget. So step your shit up. All right. Mail it to Scott and he'll get it to me,
or mail it to
it's
1,
not,
2,
it's,
3. Come get some.
I think wasn't it fish tacos that was she supposed to get, or maybe that was something else. That was for someone else.
Tuna fish.
No, I think Sam Jr. said he got me tacos.
Ah, yes.
Bridget never made me tuna, so that adds to my trust issues. And who has a knuckle sandwich? Rob Schrader wants to ban me.
No, he found a can.
Oh, a can of noob sauce.
Yes.
I do sell that on the streets.
Noob juice. They call it noob juice.
Noob juice.
Yes.
Noob, yeah, I sell noob news, noob juice.
Whatever you want. He's
noob nuggets.
Water.
That's when I take little rat poops and save them. I vacuum seal them for freshness.
That's disgusting.
It's very disgusting, actually. It
beast.
smells like
gross.
cucumbers.
That's gross.
Oddly enough. Anyway, so Joe Rogan's Spotify debut sparks speculation over missing episodes.
Yes.
Did he get liberalized?
Did he become, in Noob's favorite words,
a liberal cock?
Yeah. Did he become a liberal cock?
So Joe Rogan's Spotify debut sparked speculation for fans as several episodes are missing from the Joe Rogan Experience channel. Scanning through the list of absent episodes, a pattern seems to emerge. Gavin McGines, Alex Jones.
Gavin McGinnis.
Where's there a G? There's no G in there.
McGinnis. Gavin McGinnis.
McGinnis.
Alex Jones, Stefan Molyneux, and many other figures associated with the alt-right. That's a keyboard. That doesn't make any sense.
Alt-right?
Yeah, there's a keyboard thing for alt-right.
Control, Alt, Delete.
Yeah, so most of those absent episodes feature highly controversial media personalities whose appearances on the podcast were heavily criticized.
Alex Jones' episode was I think it was Rogan's biggest episode ever.
Who was Alex Jones?
Alex Jones got deplatformed by everybody. Twitter, YouTube, everybody. All the social media platforms kicked him off after his Sandy Hook comments. And
what, that it's conspiracy or something? Or?
Yeah, he was a whole conspiracy nonsense that he's involved in. But Alex Jones ended up coming back to the largest podcast on earth. We're one of them, which is the Rogan Show. And now that he moved over to Spotify, there's 50 episodes missing, and the majority of them seem to be featuring, I guess you would call them alt-right. Some of the people aren't really alt-right, but some of them are.
Wait, so Gavin McGinnis founded a violent neo-fascist organization known as the Proud Boys?
So
What?
the Proud Boys are fighting in Portland with the Antifa people. So there's Antifa and Proud Boys, but people would say that Gavin McInnes didn't start the violent part of the Proud Boys. He just started the quote-unquote Proud Boys. And Alex Jones is probably the most controversial one there because he's the only person who's been completely deplatformed from all social media, basically.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
So what does he do now?
He still owns, I guess, InfoWars, which is his channel. I don't know if you've ever heard of InfoWars.
No,
No, you haven't heard of anything.
I haven't. I've heard of the name Alex Jones.
InfoWars is the only show that uses more sound effects than I do.
Is it?
Oh my god!
I think isn't that the one where he does all like the breaking glass and shit like that? All the insane.
No, you're thinking of the Wall Street guy, and that guy, that's totally different guy. The guy's like, buy, sell, buy.
Yeah, that guy. Sell, buy.
No, that's not. He doesn't talk about conspiracy theories. He talks about stocks.
They had him on the original Iron Man, I think.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, they had
Who-
when
No,
the first.
the guy's from Philadelphia, and
Yeah,
he
the-
does
the
all
first-
the
Jim Cramer?
Jim
Yeah.
Cramer. That's
Yeah. Oh, Mad Money.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Mad
All right.
Minute.
So I'm
Mad
thinking
Money.
somebody completely different.
not even remotely close.
Okay.
It's as if you were there in the studio with Joe Rogan.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, although not all people that were removed are like super alt-right people, there was Tommy Chong and comedian Nick Kroll. Their episodes are missing. Although Tommy Chong is a pot activist, so maybe that's why. And I don't know. Nick Kroll just sucks as a human being, so maybe that's why.
Does he?
Nick Kroll is not funny, and he's ugly as fuck. So what does he have going for him? Like nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. It's like Scott's. Well, I wouldn't say Scott's better than he's like Scott. Like, would Scott get on the Joe Rogan show? No.
Scott on his own? What does Scott have to do with Nick Kroll?
I'm just saying, like, they're equally irrelevant people. Just-
Nick Kroll has a hit show on Netflix, doesn't he?
But it's not funny.
Have you
He's
watched
not
it?
funny. No, because he
Big
has no
Mouth?
chin.
You didn't even watch the show.
He's got no chin. It's like his.
So that's what makes him not funny.
He's just so ugly to look
Noob
at.
has a chin requirement before
I do.
watching things.
Like a Batfleck chin, like a nice hard jawline.
That would explain why Noob's not funny either, because he does not have a chin.
Do you have anyone in the chat saying they love you, Scott? Not one person has mentioned you.
No, most people in the chat want to murder you
Or
are
make
gonna
love
come
to me.
your house and rape you. Like, there's not much. Like, I wouldn't call that love.
It's like hate love. It's the same. It's like hate and love are similar. There's nothing wrong with that.
You do have Sam Jr. says Noob is funnier than Nick Kroll.
Thank you. Nick Kroll sucks as a human being. So
What exactly does he suck as a human?
I don't know,
being
but
as?
if he comes on the show, we'll love him. No, we won't. I'll bash you in person. I don't care. You're a bitch. You're like a 5'3" bitch, Nick Kroll. Come at me, son. I don't know. I'm just trying to say maybe I'll get attention.
Noob versus Nick Kroll.
Exactly. So David Blaine is a magician, I think. Maybe.
I don't know at this point. Is he a magician?
I don't know what he does.
is.
He used to be famous for a minute. and then-
Illusionist magician stunts. This I think just goes along more like with his stunts than anything else. This isn't really a magic trick. This is just a stunt.
I just don't understand. Why did anybody ask him to do this? Is anybody interested in this? Does anybody care that he's floating in balloons on YouTube? It's on YouTube.
I was going to say,
streaming.
like, what's the point? Like, it's
a stunt.
It's
and
an ascension stunt, so he just
he
floats
just
himself.
wanted to float over the Grand Canyon or some nonsense. I don't know.
Yeah, he ascends
He's a
nearly
daredevil now?
25,000 feet in the Arizona sky while hanging from a cluster of balloons before safely parachuting back to Earth. Like,
It's like magic. It feels like I'm floating in the air. He is floating in the air. He's
with
not,
fucking balloons.
Yeah, like what?
Although his stunt, which was live streamed, like us, set a new record for the most watched YouTube original live event ever with
So they
770,000
didn't even get 1 million.
views.
So far smaller than our audience.
Yeah, far smaller.
Far smaller.
Blaine gradually dropped small weights to speed his ascent, then donned a parachute mid-flight, strapped with an oxygen mask. Okay,
Huh?
all right.
And then when he got to a certain height, he let go and it parachuted back down.
It's so
Again,
stupid.
Why?
There's
Why?
all right. I take that back. Nick Kroll is better than David Blaine.
Oh, so there's one person that Nick Kroll's
David Blaine is just a bitch.
Do you remember like 20 years ago he froze himself in a block of ice?
Did he really?
Yeah, which was 100% fake.
Oh, really?
No way. It was on MTV. There was no way it was real.
Who was more famous, Chris Angel or
David Blaine was much more famous.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chris Angel's a hack.
Although Chris Angel had like a year where he was like everywhere. Mind Freak or whatever, Chris Angel Mind Freak?
Yeah, so for one whole year, he was a mind freak.
Sure.
Mind freak.
I didn't watch any of it, so I didn't care.
So you don't even know what any of the... You just say words.
I like... Penn and Teller are magicians.
They're
Gonna freak out.
Guys who debunk magicians.
Penn and Teller are actually pretty talented musicians, and they do a real cool thing where they will tell you... magicians is what I said. And they'll do a cool thing where they'll tell you how they do a trick and then still do something else in the trick to confuse you yet again.
Yes,
I do like their show, and they have that show Fool Us. No, the show called Fool Us. I don't know. It's probably not around anymore, but the clips are all over YouTube. I do enjoy watching those. It's pretty good. So I mean, Penn and Teller is one act I would have liked to see when I was in Vegas. I never did, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, shame on you.
I saw
it's one of those
David.
It's one of those things I will never regret.
Did you go to an island, a special island?
I did.
And did you go see a special magic trick?
I did.
Did you go with a special lady or a special man?
It was it was old enough to be either.
Do you know what island I'm referring to?
Was it Candy Island?
No, but who owns the island?
Epstein?
No, not Epstein. There's another. Did you know there's another rape island?
Bill Clinton?
No, Bill Clinton.
Donald Trump.
No. It's a magician. I already gave you half the hint.
David Copperfield.
You are 100% correct.
Holy shit, because I saw him live.
Yeah.
Is he really a rapist?
He has a rape island. Look, Google it.
Does he really?
Yes, he has a rape island.
I'm going to Google David Copperfield rape island.
Tom Hanks. Z Island. There's no Z Island.
Let's see.
Well, first of all, let's not get me conflated with any of those people. If I had an island, there'd be no raping going on.
David Copperfield's Island of Horror?
If you had an island, it would just be the two of you, because we all do know the reason why you two are still in studio together is because you do live together in a domestic partnered relationship. So we don't judge, of course.
I thought I was the daddy, and he's...
I do.
It's a simp relationship.
I am impressed. The one thing about David Copperfield's rape island is that he makes the victim disappear right away. So it's what he does. He's a magician.
Wow. You're
solid joke.
Killing jokes today, Scott.
You are fantastic.
The dead space afterwards while you were going ahead and taking a drink there absolutely gave into that.
Sold your joke. I was allowing the audience to feel the humiliation.
Yes. We need to let them breathe a little bit.
Just let those jokes
from all the humorous
we just
things
lost
I say.
4 listeners because of
Dear
that
God.
joke, Scott. Literally lost 4 listeners.
We did, yeah. Wow, that's impressive.
Do you finish looking up the rape island, or you?
I did. I just gave up. It was an island where
an island
probably
that
he assaulted a 17-year-old.
Good for him.
I mean, that's close enough to 18.
Yes.
So, anyway, our final news story is our title card, and that is Tenet. So Tenet is facing backlash over its sound mixing, which seems to be a semi-trend of Christopher Nolan, which is weird. Some fans think it's awful, and
tinnitus.
Tinnitus, yes. I'll say my one part of this movie without spoiling anything.
You have to tell people that Noob went in person into a movie theater. One of like 5 people in the whole world who actually went to.
There's a lot
theater.
of movie theaters open, to be honest, at this point. So. Just saying. So some believe.
Yeah, but how many people actually went to them?
Well, they're 40% capacity. So.
And there were how many people in your theater?
It was sold out. Like when I saw Tenet, it was sold out.
Other people there?
It was probably like 100.
100.
50. Let's go 50.
Okay. How are you, newbie? How are you giving a handy to the guy next to you when you have to sit 3 seats apart?
Did you ever notice how long his arms are? I mean,
long limbs, baby.
Like
long limbs,
orangutan arms.
That is impressive. So that's how he's able to get one guy on either side of him 3 seats away, and still manually pleasure both of them.
He's like a bird, and he just reaches out with those long orangutan arms, and he can just grip.
Can reach into your soul and your anus at the same time.
Yep.
Pull everything out.
So much like the Dark Knight Rises, where there was problems with the initial release on that, the audio on that, where people had trouble understanding Bane and things like that. They're saying the same thing, where this is struggling, that the sound mix is a little rough. kind of like Inception was a little rough.
It's not just that. I've also came across this while I was looking around, and this is from Cinemark Theaters. For customers seeing Interstellar, please note that all of our sound equipment is functioning properly. Christopher Nolan mixed the soundtrack with an emphasis on the music. And underlined, they said, this is how it is intended to sound.
Yes,
Interstellar.
It's a Nolan staple that he just shoves music down your throat and asshole. Like he blasts it hard. So you feel every little sound. And when
tickles your pink.
He does. But the issue, like The Dark Knight Rises, when Bane is wearing a mask and
It's very difficult to understand me when I speak like this.
and in Tenet, people are wearing masks.
People wear
Okay.
masks.
We're doing-
That's what Christopher Nolan's second favorite thing to do.
We're
Is
doing
to
this
have
now.
People speak in masks.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
The fire, it rises.
Oh boy.
The what rises?
The noob, it rises.
It does rise.
What, I don't know what's rising. I can't see. I'm short. I can't see over the curb in front of me. What's rising?
Noob, he rises.
What's rising? I don't understand
yeah.
what you're saying.
This story is probably going on too long because
Yes.
he's going to review Tenet.
I'm
at some
going to
point.
review Tenet. I could talk an hour about Tenet. Tenet
one
was
wants-
like I've researched it. Like I'm seeing it again tomorrow. It's a great movie.
We're
it great?
just gonna do a Tuesday special where we're just gonna put Noob on live, and then Z and I are just gonna go to the bar and drink while Noob just talks about Tenet for however long he wants to. And of course,
Exactly.
you out there in YouTube and now Facebook land can either stay or go. That's on you.
Let's not.
Fuck you, Doc. All right, you
Doc,
can't
I
even
think that's what we
understand
should
Tenet.
just tune
Did you see
out
Tenet?
to.
You dumb bitch. Did you even
Just
graduate grade school?
tune out to it.
Why don't you go blow yourself up in GTA, bitch?
Oh, it'll be you and Sam Jr. live,
Yes,
just talking Tenet.
just Sammy scissoring.
Sammy scissoring.
Exactly. So that's it. But it is an issue. I would say I agree with the sound mixing issue. And that's
So-
it for news.
That's it for news.
Oh, okay. So now we move to reviews.
We are moving.
Reviews. Wait a second.
Shit just spinning everywhere. I guess it's more exciting, right? You tell us if you like shit spinning everywhere, give us a 1. If you don't like shit spinning everywhere, suck it.
Look,
boy.
Oh wait, hold on.
I had so much to figure out with this program and learn it completely from scratch that I didn't have time to come up with a fancy review overlay. So that's what you got, was a fancy spinning review. Here we are. We're now on the reviews.
We are. And let's get the dumb shit out of the way first. Something I've already reviewed, which is Chucky, or it's technically Child's Play, the reboot from 2019, which I thought was fun. And apparently Z wanted to watch it and trash my
So
review.
no thanks.
No thanks?
No thanks.
Why no thanks?
Check, please.
Give me a no thanks. Why?
First of all, the doll was... No one on earth would ever buy that doll. So
Mark
that's
Hamill was the doll.
ridiculous. No, it's the creepiest, ugliest looking doll.
It's the point.
And no, it's not, because the original Child's Play, the doll was actually kind of, it looked like a Cabbage Patch type doll, like something that would be attractive to children. This just looked like, yeah, no thanks.
This is attractive to pedophiles.
Except they're claiming that everyone wanted to buy it. The other problem is, the other thing I had with it is like, so it's more believable that a serial killer put his soul into a doll than it is that this robotic doll did all the things that it did. Because this is basically just one of those movies that's like technology versus the people.
Yeah.
You know, like technology overwhelming people. It was so effing stupid. There was not even one good kill in it. So
Was
yeah.
it worth getting COVID for? Because we got Freak Sword in the chat says movies are awesome, totally worth getting COVID for. Is this
said
movie?
that? In what
Freak
chat?
Sword said that.
When did he say this on Facebook Live?
That's in the live chat, which for some reason I can't display in the
Facebook
top
live
chat. And yeah, if you're in the chat, you're seeing top chat. But if you look at the top where it says top chat, there's a drop down menu. You push that, and it goes over to live chat, and there's more comments in there that aren't getting through. But Freak Sword said movies are awesome, totally worth getting COVID for. That's the only comment I've seen from Freak Sword so far. But thank you for joining us.
Okay.
I mean, movies are awesome. I hope they keep making them, please. Thank you.
The original Child's Play doll did have. I mean, they're both kind of creepy. So
No, the second one is it's just not. It was so unbelievable. Like I said, it's more believable that a serial killer demonically placed his soul into a doll than it is this stupid movie. So I didn't like it.
So this movie was just technology gone wrong.
Basically,
So-
it's like an Chucky. It's not a.
And
Imagine if your iPhone decided to like kill people.
And
That's
that-
that's about how interesting it was.
And that trope's been done over and over and over again. So, yeah, boring.
I didn't like it.
So let's move on to something else that might be boring, which
like
is
Wizards.
Wizards Tales of Arcadia, which is what the third one in Guillermo del Toro.
You racist.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Is that the third in his line of Tales of
Yes,
things?
he had Troll Hunters, then he had Three Below, and now he had Wizards. And remember, we said there's going to be a movie.
There is. This is not that movie, though.
No, it is not that movie.
It is
this
not.
is just Wizards. Tales of Arcadia.
And it's good?
Yay! It seems like after the lead actor kind of accidentally died by being run over by a
Death by Jeep?
death by Jeep.
By his own Jeep.
Yeah, they kind of short-tracked everything. Like, it's very rushed. They pack, like, 4 seasons worth of stuff. I mean, so much stuff happens off camera. It's kind of crazy. But I liked it. It was fun.
This one got off to a real slow start, though. Like, you already kind of established the world. They didn't need to reestablish it again. And the first 2 or 3 episodes was just world building, and it just really got off to a slow start. You had to wait until 4 or 5 before you could get into the show.
Yeah, and it was a little confused. Like, there's no way you could watch this if you didn't watch the other seasons. Like, that's what's weird about it too. Like, you see a new series and you're like, oh, I could check this out. Where I think Three Below actually did a good job of like reestablishing itself, because it's like Three Below is about aliens, and then Wizards is obviously about wizards, but it's so tied into Troll Hunters.
And Three Below just kind of was going on during the original Troll Hunters. It wasn't really. It was a side story to it. So you had those couple crossover episodes, which were pretty cool, but you didn't need it to enjoy Three Below.
Exactly. I kind of felt like Three Below was pretty standalone in it. Like, it told its own story. This is basically the conclusion to the Troll Hunters saga.
I want to point out really quick that Doc in the chat has just admitted that I am funny. He might have had to become an alcoholic to do so, but nonetheless, I will take the credit.
You will take the credit.
I will take
everybody who's listening, if you want Noob to be funny, just
raise your glass to make Noob funny.
My drink has been done since like the first minute of the show. I do.
Because that's what you do. You just make these drinks. They don't even taste good, but you just down them in like 5 seconds.
They taste good because I drink them so quick.
Because you have a problem.
Nope.
Yes. Did you want to do the quick? We do have a special write-in review that I can read quickly.
Sure. Oh, that's what a write-in review means.
Yeah, someone wrote a review to the channel, and we're going to read it.
Is that a sensible and cynical man?
No, it is not.
Oh,
it's
not.
Actually it's a doc.
Oh,
Doc
boy.
was one of the few people who actually saw Bill and Ted 3. And he said it's definitely for the fans. And it was the release date adds up to 69. And Bill and Ted pushed in the past 2 movies a reference to 69. I don't know what that all means. I guess hardcore fans would totally get that more than I would. Even though I'm a big fan of Bill and Ted, I would like to see the movie, but I just don't have the money to pay for it. Sorry, folks. He recommends it to everybody except for Noob.
I do believe that's
should not see it.
You can rent that, correct? That's available.
Yes, I believe so. Maybe Doc in the chat could tell us how he saw it exactly. And then he said it's it connects all the movies. He said that their kids were really, really funny and spot on, and he would have thought that the kids actually came from Bill and Ted.
That is one that we do have to review. I think I'll go ahead and put the money forth for that one for a rental, so we can actually do that movie.
Start a GoFundMe just so we can rent it.
Yes, I will start a GoFundMe. You can now the OrkU, Our Reviews Will Kill You Patreon, to start to donate towards the show to allow us to continue to bring you amazing content, and fun cut screens. And of course, the biggest Patreon subscriber will get a personal meet and greet with Noob.
A Noob nude pillow and a meet and greet.
Yes.
To share my Noob nude pillow.
Yes.
I have actually had people ask for Noob pillows. And
Exactly.
I said, why?
Again,
Well,
I'm a man of the people.
Maybe they want to milk those pillows.
I'm a man of the people.
They are still available in the store at ScottWillKillYou.com and OurReviewsWillKillYou.com.
Shameful plug.
Shameful plug. So what else? So anyway, did we finish with Wizard? It's actually got really high scores.
Yes, it doesn't tell me how many people actually reviewed it, but it's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and 96 for audience score.
It's good. It's good. If you like the other stuff, I recommend it. Guillermo del Toro, good stuff.
Yeah, so next, let's move on to, I'll do my quick review of Lucifer Season 5, Part 1. This is not the right Lucifer that I brought up.
No, it is not.
What the shit?
Graphic.
Okay, yeah, Lucifer. Anyway, so Lucifer was a Fox show that got canceled after...
Did you know that Sam Jr. wants to sleep on you? And there is, in fact, a way for Sam Jr. to sleep on you and for everyone out there to sleep on you with the custom Noob pillow, which Scott conveniently has in camera shot, where if he would only share it with us to show everyone, you too can sleep on and with Noob if you want to. Feel free to purchase it from our store. Not all proceeds go to us, but some of the proceeds go to us. And
the other proceeds go to making the effing pillow.
You too can squeeze out your milk on a Noob. It's horrifying.
That's just one of the many Noob items there in the shop, including the Noob shirt, which I have worn before and I will have to wear again very soon.
All right, so Lucifer is on Netflix now, being canceled from Fox. So Netflix picked it up for season 4. It is now on season 5, but season 5 is being released in parts. So part 1 has released the first 8 episodes. I binged it. And if you like Lucifer, you like the show. It's very procedural. This season kind of deals with God, his father, and his brother, Michael the Archangel. So it's okay. It shows Tom Ellis' acting. He doesn't...
Bridget says she tried to get through... She couldn't get through the first episode. Could you see?
Forget what the first episode is when he's still in hell. Spoiler alert, because he goes to hell at the end of season 4. So they could have played that a little more. They basically go back to status quo after an episode and a half. So at this point, it's kind of just a base procedural, and they're doing the will they, won't they kind of relationship thing.
So it's run its course.
Sorta, but it's still enjoyable because of the cast. That's basically it.
But the writing's not good.
No, the writing is not that great.
Okay, is it worse now that it's gone over to Netflix?
I would say production quality is up more. They have more money to spend.
But they should just spend it on writing.
Probably.
I have major issues with this show.
Why? Because you didn't watch it?
No, because I'm
Satan. Season 1. Yeah, season 1.
I couldn't make it past season 1 either, Bridget, so don't feel bad.
Because I'm Satan, and I was not actually in the show one time.
You weren't consulted? I'm pretty sure you are in the show, or is that just a poor doppelganger?
That is just a sexy doppelganger. But no, unfortunately, they did not actually come and talk to the Dark Lord in order to make the show, because I would have done things very differently. I do not agree.
Why is season 1 rotten? Season 1 is 49%.
Yeah, season
rotten.
1's because it went hard in the procedural. So, and then season 2, season 3, season 4 kind of went a little bit back into an overarching plot. Season 5 kind of leans back into procedural a little bit, but it ends on a cliffhanger. So I think part 2 could be really good depending on how they go.
And that's what you get for not consulting me first.
It's a DC Vertigo property, so it's based off of
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah, Neil Gaiman. Yeah, they said they give him credit.
Like it.
Yeah, it's very gay. Tom Ellis is delicious. Oh, did I just?
He does. He's super sexy with that snake in his mouth, which is the image. Which is the image we have up on screen for.
I wish I was like half as good looking as that dude.
Snake.
Yeah, there's a snake coming out. Said Apple.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's move on to another Netflix show that's actually very great, and it is great because great is in the name. It's Netflix's anime original, The Great Pretender. I just finished that. I just finished it last night, actually, and I thought it was fantastic. It was one of my favorite animes I've watched in recent time because every other good anime, Attack on Titan, isn't releasing new episodes anytime soon. One Punch Man, Made in Abyss. There's a bunch of good animes that aren't
on
releasing
hiatus
shit.
to make this.
All of them.
Yes.
All of them are just. Is this show the reason that we're waiting for One Punch hiatus and Abyss and everything else?
It's a great show. What's wrong? I didn't find anything wrong with it.
Well, here's one of my problems with it. Is that it's
Shut your mouth, Sam Jr. Do not give him any ideas.
It's kind of one of those slice of life shows where it's like I like my anime based on like high fantasy or robots or like what you can't act. You know what I mean? Like Attack on Titan. I don't know if they could ever do a live action Attack on Titan properly because it's just so out there and so wild and so
they tried.
Crazy show. Yeah, well, I don't know how good that was.
It wasn't good.
I know the lead actor killed himself. So.
Oh my god,
it was that good.
Anyway, yeah, it wasn't that good. So anyway, I just think I'd rather see stuff that's really difficult to do rather than something that any person could do. Like there's nothing special about the show. It's very brightly colored, which is weird. It was very confusing in the beginning because they speak in Japanese and it's subtitled. And I went to my audio settings to turn it into English.
It's not that confusing. You're just dumb.
It absolutely was because
you're just dumb.
German.
Actually,
I literally speak Japanese for the first 5 minutes, even though you told the show to be in English.
Actually,
and they're like,
Noob, can I'd like to let him know how dumb he is. The reason that there's subtitles when they're speaking Japanese is because the characters are speaking Japanese. When they speak English, you can understand it because audio is in English.
So, dummy, this was dubbed in English. The entire series is dubbed in English.
Oh, is it really?
But for the first 5 minutes, it's still in Japanese. And I didn't understand why it was still in Japanese until in the show, 10 minutes into it, they go, oh, we can all just speak English now. And I was like, well, that's really fucking stupid.
That's not exactly what happened. When I didn't get that far, I turned it on today for a couple minutes while I was prepping. While they were speaking Japanese, there were subtitles, yes. But then when they spoke English, like when the character spoke to an American who was visiting Japan, he spoke English. And then when the characters
10 minutes into the show,
and then when the characters go to America, they speak English. So much like any other show that has a foreign language in it.
To Japan, Scott, which they do, and they speak to other Japanese characters. Guess what language they speak in?
Did they do the Red October switch?
No, they did the Red October switch, except for it wasn't as obvious because it ended up in German for me at some point. So
that's because your Netflix settings are set to fascist.
Because my smart TV is not so smart.
I think that's operator error.
I think it's not a smart TV.
I think the show is very. I think the show is a very clever con heist show.
How it was? They telegraphed everything was so obvious as to what was going to happen. Absolutely nothing about it was clever.
I mean, I just think
unless you're as dumb as a lead character who claims he's the #1
con man in Japan, and then he just easily gets.
Japan look really bad if he is because he's really not that good.
Yeah,
he falls literally for every single scam that they're doing. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, he's kind of like the novice guy who thinks he's good and he's really not that good.
You know why I kept watching the show, Scott?
Why is this?
Because at the very end of the show, the end credits,
there's a kitty.
No, they sing "The Great Pretender," the Platters cover. Well, it's the original song's by the Platters, but it was covered by the lead singer of Queen.
I did notice that during the credits, it was a song that I recognized.
Yes. And I was like, well, if they have him singing this, Freddie Mercury singing this song, like there must be something to this show. And the voice acting's pretty good. But I'm like, I guess I'll stick with it just to hear the end credits.
I mean, when it comes to anime, it's not that bad. It's watchable.
It's not bad. It's just not as good as the ratings. And it's like I said, I'd rather something that's not slice of life. I'd rather something that's like, to me, the whole point of anime is to be able to animate something that can't be done in live person. And this is all could have been like just a regular TV show.
Yeah, no, it's not nothing
special,
fantastical or anything like that. Yeah. It's just a standard, it's like Ocean's 12.
Exactly. So I could just watch Ocean's 12 and enjoy.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was nice. I liked Laurent and
you like slice of life.
Edamame's. I love slices of life in Japan. Japan's awesome.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. Z is a bitch, so don't listen to him.
It's okay. Like if you're okay with that kind of anime where girls go out into the woods and play piano and that kind of stuff, then yeah, go ahead, watch it.
Yeah. But season 2 should be greenlit. I think it's coming actually in September in Japan.
See, this is just blocking all our better stuff. I blame this show for blocking better shows.
What are you talking about?
I'm blaming it for. There's a backlog of anime.
Oh, you're blaming Great Pretender. Okay.
Yes, I am blaming Great Pretender.
None of the great anime is Netflix exclusive, which this is. So I don't understand how that's blocking
Netflix
anything.
Should just buy more stuff to make better stuff.
And there is some good stuff. Also on Netflix is if you're like me and you just like to have some background noise going on, something to watch that you don't really have to pay a lot of attention to, but is good background noise and actually a little enjoyable. Netflix has another show called Agretsuko. You have to search this to find it.
You really watch this show?
But
it's a funny show.
This is 3 seasons on Netflix. It's good background noise for those of you that like to have something playing while you're working on something else. So if you like anime, check that one out too. Maybe one day we'll talk about it, but it's just a quick throwback about this is something else I started watching just to kind of fill the room with noise.
Yeah, it's very cutely animated.
Yes, it's a frustrated red panda who's frustrated with work who goes to karaoke bars and sings death metal.
Yeah.
So yet another slice of life if you like that kind of anime.
Yeah, I love slice of life anime. But let's move on to something I loved, and that is X-Men's The New Mutants.
The original thing you went to the theaters for.
Yes, my first foray back into the theater.
In like 6 months.
Yeah, it was a while. That's a weird picture, but...
why is that girl like snorking?
I don't know why. This is also when they're all like 14 years old because they're all like legal now, which is weird.
Yeah, this movie was filmed 3 years ago?
2017. It wrapped in September, so yeah, almost 3 full years ago.
It was the very last Fox production before. Well, it's the very last Fox Marvel product before it was sold over to the Disney universe, and Disney's been sitting on it and didn't know what to do with it. People originally thought it'd be released streaming. Now it seems like they just threw it away and they're like, whatever, just watch it if you want to. And then it appears that the critics have the
critics
demolished it.
The critics hate it, but Bridget loves my review video on YouTube because I'm awesome. Thank you, Bridget. But the critics say 31% for the tomato meter. The audience score is not much better at 53%. So the critic consensus is rendering a list of potentially explosive ingredients, mostly inert. The New Mutants is a franchise spin-off that's less the sum of its superpowered parts. I don't really agree with that, but sure.
So Maisie Williams, right? Maisie
Williams is Wolfsbane. Anna Taylor-Joy is Magic, or in this movie, she's called Ilyana Rasputin.
That's her real name.
Her real name, yeah.
In the comic books.
And the lead character is Blue Hunt, which is actually the first time a Native American descent person was a lead superhero.
Wait, what?
Blue Hunt is her actual name. She plays
name.
Danielle Moonstar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she like Dreamer or something?
She played Dreamscape or something like that, or yeah. She's a good character. I like her. A lot of people didn't like her wooden performance. I thought she was okay. Maisie Williams and Anna Taylor-Joy are the most eventful. The one gripe I would say, like I said in my YouTube review, is the accents. They're either A, not needed, or B, done really poorly.
The worst accents?
The
2 girls?
Anna Taylor-Joy kind of has a weird in and out Russian accent. And then the guy, if you're looking on our YouTube, the guy in the hat, which I think...
the annoying boyfriend from Stranger Things?
Oh, yeah, he is in Stranger Things, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of, he's kind of annoying.
Charlie Heaton as Sam Guthrie. So he's got a weird Kentucky Southern drawl there that really is stupid and doesn't make any sense for the character. Mm-hmm. He's underutilized. He probably has the coolest power they don't really showcase. But overall, I think the movie is so much better than people are giving it credit for. It's better than most of the X-Men movies, aside from Logan and the Wolverine, I would say.
Fucking thing sucks.
So you're putting it up on the same pedestal.
It's top 5 X-Men movies, and I think there's like 9 overall.
No, there's more than that.
X-Men movies?
Oh, yeah.
No, there's not.
I think there's like 10 or 11.
Is there?
Yeah, I think there's actually 11.
I'm gonna Google it.
How many X-Men movies?
X-Men.
Why didn't you just type in how many X-Men movies are there?
I got it. X-Men, X2, X-Men The Last Stand, so it's better than X2 and X-Men The Last Stand.
They're not on that list.
X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past was pretty good. Apocalypse was garbage. Dark Phoenix was garbage. X-Men Origins Wolverine was absolute garbage.
So they forgot Deadpool.
Deadpool's not an X-Men movie.
They forgot X-Men. Yeah, he is an X-Men.
I don't consider that an X-Men movie.
If it's a spin-off of X-Men, it's an X-Men movie.
Okay, it's not better than Deadpool.
Yeah, actually, it's an X-Men movie, but it definitely is a different universe than the X-Men movies.
None of them are in the same universe because none of them are the same continuity.
Because they have to keep resetting the damn thing because
they screw it up every time.
Sucks.
I hate all the X-Men movies, basically. First Class is tolerable, and that's about as far as I get.
I can't believe, like, at the end of the last one, the Dark Phoenix, was it, or whatever they called it?
Phoenix is a flaming pile of dog shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that was
just dumb.
I've never been so disappointed in my life, and I played with myself last night, and that's disappointing. And I've never been so disappointed in my life as I was after watching the Dark Phoenix.
It was bad. Yeah, it wasn't good. This
Deadpool
movie
would probably be one of the best ones next to, I'd say Deadpool and Logan.
Yeah,
are the best ones.
For Logan is the best one for sure, without a doubt.
I think First Class of an X-Men movie, X-Men in quotes, is tolerable. Like that's probably one of the better ones, but all the rest are just garbage.
Was First Class good because the other series was screwing it up so much that we're just thankful that there was a new face on everybody? That it was a reset, and it was like, oh, thank God, it's not the same crap that we were getting before.
And it had really good actors, which helps. So that's probably part of it, yeah.
I think it was closer to the actual story as well, sort of. Like it portrayed the story closer to what the actual comics are versus like X-Men 1, 2, and 3, which don't even, like Sabretooth doesn't even talk in the first movie. Like there's so many glaring errors.
Yeah.
And just nonsensical plots. Wolverine's like the primary character in all of them, and he's like not even like a major X-Men character. Like he's not one of the lead characters. He's not even one of the original X-Men.
Going into this, I think everyone thought that Wolverine was like the most incredible X-Men. Everyone loved Wolverine, but as it went on, people realized that, yeah, Wolverine's a badass character, but he's not necessarily everyone's favorite or like the greatest X-Man. So maybe...
Right, that's all. I think he's overutilized.
I think it was a series that just kind of like killed Wolverine.
And well, it made Wolverine really popular. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes no sense.
It got him his own movie, which got nominated for an Academy Award. One of the first superhero movies to ever get nominated for one. So.
I think I agree with Bridget. Well, she said she appreciates the original Mystique from the other movies. That Rebecca Romaine. I think
her body, and I'm not trying to like be sexist, but her body fit that character so much better than
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence's body. I don't know why. I'm not trying to.
You just think Jennifer Lawrence is a little tubby.
If you're going to compare it to the original animated one, I think she did fit the physique a lot better than Jennifer Lawrence did. But I think those two actresses played that character very well. It was the writing that killed it.
Jennifer Lawrence sucks.
You're basically saying Jennifer Lawrence took a little bit of Weinstein's fat when he put it in her.
Ooh.
She didn't care.
Wow.
In the last movie, did she like probably? I think she asked to be killed off because she didn't want to be in them anymore.
Probably. Yeah.
She is an outrage.
They sucked, so who cares? But the New Mutants, I would recommend, especially if you have one of those services like I do, the memberships for the movies where you just get movies for free for like a $20 a month price. It's definitely worth watching. I would rent it if it's not free for you to go to the movies. It's not worth paying $20 to see it, to be honest.
Is Josh Boone
a
good director, and is he in trouble? Because if this A bombs and B is not getting well received by the critics. Again, I don't give a crap.
Oh, he's fucked. Yeah, this isn't going to do well, but it's a much better movie than people are giving it credit for.
Huh.
I would say it's going to be free on streaming at some point, probably the next 3 to 5 months. Give it a watch, and then I think it'll have a cult following. So yeah.
I do like how Sam Jr. somehow found. Apparently, there's a emoji out there that is Wolverine. I guess I don't know where that came from, but it's a little smiley man with some green claws on it.
That's pretty dope.
Sam Jr. is a man of many talents.
He also is emojiing tacos, so I think that's a noob. That's a hint.
Yes, he wants to give me his tacos.
Yes.
And his hot dog?
No, well, I only like burritos. Oh, that's my Mexican Mickey voice, in case you're wondering. I have trademarked that, so don't try to steal it, people.
Bridget, you can't go over to Noob Noob's house to watch movies to save money because you would actually have to pay for the subscriptions to watch them in the first place because Noob Noob is a cheap prick.
Coming from you, who lives at his mother's house.
I take care of my mother, and I pay
And
the
she's
bills
locked in the
here.
basement. And you beat her for sandwiches.
You know, I mean, this is what a good son does, Noob Noob. Unlike you, who beats his mother and abandoned her
You just
in the
left
streets.
I was
that
lured
monster.
into a new land.
Just
in the streets.
Don't you always say how you left her with a monster? It's
Angry,
like a horror movie.
balding man luring me away from my poor mother.
So your father.
Yes, my father has lured me away from my mother so he can continue to beat her without witnesses.
So he no longer has a witness.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. That's it, though. So
That does it for us.
that is it. Oh, Dragon Ball Z, by the way.
Oh, you son of a.
Asshole.
Such a dirtbag.
So, if you like what you heard here this week, head on over to Instagram and follow us at ork_u. Go to facebook.com/ourreviews will kill you, where we are posting and we are now live there as well. If you're not watching us and seeing us, you can also see us and watch us at youtube.com/ourreviews will kill you. I did not plan this out, as I'm repeating the fact that we're live in multiple places now. And if you're watching us but you still want to listen to us, because you have to and you should listen to us, you can find us on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play, which may or may not be Amazon Play at this point. I don't know.
I actually heard there's a whole bunch of platforms. You can basically, if there's a platform that has podcasts, you can listen to us and you can take us with you anywhere. Be sure to like and subscribe. Smash that like button. Share with your friends. It's the only way we can grow this thing.
Whore us out as much as you can.
We are as big of a whore as you can be. We can be bigger. We can whore that even harder.
Noob is not beyond a little whoring. It is a fact. So all of you in the chat there, I want to see you right now. Go ahead and click that like button. We want to see those dings, ding-dings, ding-a-lings.
Just keep dinging them ding-dongs. But thank you so much. We had so many great people in the chat today. Doc, Bridget, Ron Cole, the Stone Cold Killer,
Sam Jr.
I saw a whole bunch of other people in there.
Person named Indra. I don't know who that is.
Interesting. Someone who's kind of interesting. Tom Berger. T. Zappa.
What did
who
that Tom
else?
guy ever do to you, Scott?
I don't know. Did I see anybody else? Oh, there was who's your friend? The unboxing.
Oh, yes,
Rick Sword.
unboxing. Yes.
Bunch of people. If we missed you, shout it out.
And blame Scott for being a shitty producer.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you can
All
ram
the
along my ling-a-long ding-dong.
Yes, all the mistakes you can blame on Scott. So write him as much hate mail as you feel like.
Yes. And actually, I guess since we have that in mind, one of the other things that we do have available now is the OrkU phone number has returned. And it's not live all the time. It's going to say it's live on the screen in a second here, although it's not. I'm not answering the damn phone, but that is the phone number. There is a voicemail there. So if you want, take that number down, 610-616-5255. Go ahead and leave us your love and your hate. Leave us a message, and if I like it, I'll play it on the show. You know what? Let's start doing that. Have some fun. So leave us your love for me and Z. Leave us your hate for Noob. Let us know what you think. That was 610-616-5255.
Yes. So from all of us here at Our Reviews Will Kill You, to all of y'all at home, we love y'all.
right, that should stop everything. I'm watching now on YouTube.